Hey guys, I'm sitting here with my new friends, Philmont. How you guys doing?
Great.
Awesome. So let's chat a little bit. Talk to me about what's going on now with the band. I know you guys had like a couple changes kind of sort of recently. Talk to me about that.
We recently added a drummer. His name is Jeremy. He's right here.
Yay, welcome to the family.
We also have a new bass player named Josh, who is not currently with us. He is at prom. So he is missing this festival and this little week of shows, but you can still see him online, you know, in our pictures.
Online.
Yeah, maybe we can Photoshop a picture right here of his face.
A little head bobbing around. And tucks.
But yeah, we've been we added them and we provide a lot of new material and
Moved Justin from
I used to play bass.
bass to guitar, and then me from guitar to just singing.
yes.
It could take the hint when they said, "You're an awful guitar player, please stop." I did just that.
So it's been a
It's a lot of fun.
transformative period and it's been fun.
Since there's an extra mouth to feed, Jeremy and Josh share meals.
Yeah.
True. Per diem,
Times are tough.
Beds,
Beds, everything.
Gotta stretch out the
Yeah,
salad.
you have one suitcase between them.
They get their own toothbrush.
Right.
Draw the line there.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's that like now that you guys are, you know, on tour and you've got like new people and new energy, you guys are getting used to each other,
Yeah,
new
it's-
personalities.
It's fun. It's like it's exciting, you know. I mean, mixes it up a bit, brings some new faces, and you know, it's like when you've told all the same boring stories 3 times. There's somebody new to hear them all again.
Right.
Exactly.
It's a new dynamic too, like on stage, you know, you kind of figure out like, you know, we try to put a lot of energy into our performance, so it's kind of cool to see how everyone interacts when you put someone new in, and it's always just really cool.
Now, talk to me about being on stage. I mean, you guys are playing different instruments now. There's new people in the band. There's new energy and new chemistry. So, where do you guys find your motivation and keep it all together? Like, what's the glue in this band?
Red Bull, energy drinks,
Sugar free.
and we try to stay hydrated. No, I mean, being on stage, you feed off the crowd, and like you can't help but we can play for 3 hours and just go nuts and just pass out when we walk off. It's just so much fun. I mean, whatever you put out and they give back, and then it just keeps playing
You
off
guys
each other.
enjoy touring?
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Love being out.
Do you have a preference on whether you're doing the festivals or whether you're just doing like indoor concerts for the tours? Or
I love festivals.
They're great.
I absolutely love festivals.
It's
so.
cool to be able to, you know, hang out with all the bands that you've met the rest of the year on
Right.
tour and whatnot, and just kind of everyone kind of gets back together and catches up.
now, speaking of other bands, who did you guys listen to, like growing up, or when you realized you were interested in music? Who are some of your idols and
Tell me about
stuff?
some Jeremy music.
I'm a big 80s metal fan.
So I've never met any of them.
And so yeah, like Poison, Motley Crue. Parents were metalheads, still are, so it's definitely my area.
Is there anyone that you guys would love to play with or be on stage with? Anything like
Man,
that?
we've played with a
dream
lot of the
come
people.
true?
It's been really cool to.
Yeah.
Who have you played
especially-
with?
I mean, you know, especially at festivals, you know, it's cool to just kind of say that you played the same stage as Amberlin, Reliant K, whoever,
Yeah.
Switchfoot, but
Yeah, we've got the just playing music and stuff. I mean, if we're not playing a show, but sometimes you get to kind of meet those people in like an environment. And like, oh, you're a band, we're a band, and we're just like totally geeking out.
Yeah.
Like to this day, it's awesome. So it's really cool to hang out with them.
yeah, absolutely.
So for someone who maybe hasn't been to a show and is completely not familiar with your group, how would you describe your sound and your vibes?
Sam's?
High energy, really loud, and we like to spin.
Obnoxiously loud.
We enjoy having a good time on stage. We have fun, and
It's fun, uplifting kind of music. You know, keep it upbeat and positive messages.
We like to bring the crowd into as much as we can.
a lot of crowd.
Yeah. And how do you do that?
participation.
Like, how do you do that? Do you interact with the audience a lot?
Yeah, I teach them songs, get them to sing back, and
Get 'em clapping, you
We'll
know.
like randomly be in the store one day and buy a bunch of beach balls for show and just like write all over them and kick them out. I mean, just kind of fun stuff like that to, you know, so the kids walking away with a story or just had, you know, a good time at the show.
Yeah, a big part of that too is
Black
us.
eye.
We love just hanging out with.
Uh-oh, is there an inside story? You've got to share
Actually,
this.
yeah,
You've got to
we
share
we
the
did
story
the beach
with
ball
me.
thing once, and you throw them out, and these kids are like, souvenir.
Yeah, they
And
just
I was
hold
like,
on to
oh, come on! I spent $4 on this. So there's a girl in the front row, and she's holding on to it. She's probably like 13 years old. And I walked down there, and I took it back. I went back
While
up
she
on
wasn't
stage.
looking.
While she wasn't looking, I took it back. And then we hit a part, and I spun around and I threw it. And like beach balls go where beach balls want to go, and it just goes in the same girl's face. I felt so bad.
It looked like vengeance is what it looked like.
No, we're not gonna throw it. Yeah, it's seriously. I'm like, boom, but off her head, and then people start playing with it, so it worked.
Right.
out, I think.
Right.
It was for the better.
Oh, really?
I think she came to the merch table later.
Nope, she didn't.
Nope. Yeah, she
A
kind of
lawsuit.
left. I think she was crying.
A couple lawyers after us.
She had such a good time. She was in tears.
That's what we say. A big part of our crowd interaction goes past the show, back to the table. We love just hanging out and meeting people, and we just sit there for hours and talk to kids and make new friends. That's our favorite part of it, really.
Yeah.
It's just
And then like continue that interaction like online, like MySpace and Facebook and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like we run all of those sites ourselves,
Okay.
Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and all that stuff. And so it's cool that sometimes the conversation at the show would be like, "You guys were awesome. You're like my new favorite band." But then it can translate later into like if they have like something they're dealing with, or like, "Hey, can you pray about this?" or "Need advice about this?" Like that happens
Absolutely.
a lot. So it's really cool for us to have this ministry that's like totally like rock your face, have a lot of fun, laugh and have a good time, but that can like carry over to that. something
accessibility.
cool.
It's about just being there when they want someone to talk to, or they can ask whatever. So.
Wow, that's great. So you guys are really in touch. So how do you use your fans, or maybe any stories that you may hear from them in your music? Are they used as motivation, inspiration?
Well, I think when we're writing, we're constantly making sure that we write songs that connect with us and that are important to us, but at the same time can really connect with the kids that listen to our music, because that's a huge part of it. It's an artistic expression on our end, but at the same time it's a ministry, and it's like these kids need these songs. And I mean, we all grew up loving music, and like
All of us in youth groups.
and you can really like, I can connect back to songs that like really help me through time, and to be able to produce some of that for other kids is amazing. So.
That's great. Are you guys working on anything now? What's going on? What's going on?
We've been writing a good bit recently, actually. Trying to find a good mix of songs. So I think we're gonna start playing some new ones live pretty soon, and hopefully do some recording this summer.
Fun.
Yep. So hopefully we'll have some new tunes out by the end of the summer.
Okay. And you'll
Pretty
be on
excited.
this.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You guys will have your new
Now we're gonna program all the drums. We're gonna bring in our old drummer. Just
Yeah,
that's a better vibe. So.
That's great.